Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for Tactical Tuesday, where we talk tactics, gear, and more. We're probably talking mostly gear tonight because tonight's topic is, after 6 years, what is your dream specialty gear now? It's been a little over 6 years since I last hit this topic here. Surprised me. I didn't think it was that far back. I went back and checked all the, ran a search of the titles. Yeah, it's been 6 years. So, well, first off, let's get over and say hi to everybody. And we've got some more coming in here. So, what do we got here? We have first one in was Crew 1351, followed by Diana, and then Geeky Gardens. And everybody was chit-chatting back and forth. And then Lone Prepper came in, and Shady Hill. And that's where we're sitting at right now. And according to the numbers, we got a couple lurkers up there. And hang on a second. I've been just sucking water down today. Yeah. Yeah. The grandson's been driving me, running me ragged here. All right. So, the dream specialty gear that you want can be anything that has a specific niche, and it's something that I say dream specialty. It's like, it's something that you're not just going to go out and buy because you want it. It has specific needs and stuff for it, and so it's going to be a little bit more specialized for when you really need it. I'll kind of start it off with the T86 Bobcat with the high flow 40 gallon a minute hydraulic accessories. Probably don't want to get this attachment for it, but there's some other attachments I want to get for it. That's my dream because my little Coyote can only do so much. The for most part, every time I have to move big stuff, I have to go rent one. But I want something that's big enough, big enough and tough enough that I could actually, do some side jobs going out, taking care of stuff for people, doing things. I want to get the post hole digger attachment for it. I want to get the oversized bucket for it. I want to get the detachable jagged cutting edge for the bucket that I can take on and off. It takes four bolts to hold it on, and that's when you go going into a rock pile. It makes going into a rock pile a lot easier. And Howie came in, and Kaylin came in. Oh, and Little Prepper said, my dream gear would depend on whether it's a full bug out situation or a hunker down situation. Right. Pallet forks for this thing, because when I need to try to move the big full IBC totes full of soil and stuff around to when I change things up, that's one of the reasons I got to go rent one, because my Coyote won't even it barely budges the ones that are only half full. The full ones, even Curtis's little case skid steer, which is a lot more powerful than mine, struggles under it. This thing would be like, no problem. And this has tracks, so it rides smooth. So forks, the big bucket, the rock teeth, jagged rock teeth for the bucket attachments, post hole digger. This is not a rototiller. This is that's on this one here. This is a stump grinder. I could probably get a stump grinder that would probably be well put to use around here, but I'd rather just get a rototill. That one, someone needs their backyard rototill for their garden. I go in there, rototill forward, rototill backwards, and it's nice and smooth. move over, up, back, something like that. But I'm just killing my coyote here, trying to do heavy duty stuff when I don't need it. So this is my dream gear. This is 110 horsepower. So yeah, it's the wallet screams just every time I think about it. That's my dream gear, and the specialty is, I won't be using it every day, but I'll be using it for that. Oh, I also want the snowplow box on it, so I just go out on the street and go down one way and push it off to the side and have the street in front of my house clean. But with the what's on the front here, guys, this is the forestry stump grinder and mulcher. So if you got a bunch of fire undergrowth that's just sitting there, fire fuel undergrowth that's just sitting there that's not breaking down, you go in there and you got this nice rotor ground up and rotor tilled up compost. How we would love it to put in a food forest. Just takes everything, just chops it all up, mixes up the top, mixes everything. You cut down with the top 3 inches of soil, just ready to go. So it's not really a rotor tiller, but it does do a little bit. But there's, whether your dream specialty gear is to get a freeze dryer or, yeah, instant compost. And okay, Howie, come in here and plant your your food forest. But dream specialty gear can be a nice canner, a freeze dryer, a high-powered dehydrator. Oh yeah. There are 2 different types of these, but this that are standard looking ones. But the this one here takes bigger stumps than the other one does. Yeah, you got to go through, but it'll go through some decent sized stumps, get down to the ground, and it'll go 3 or 4 inches into the ground, and that takes up the roots that are left over. And yeah, and Happy Max here, yeah. But yeah, and the guard in the front, stump grinding teeth are available. I would like to have a root cellar or smokehouse. Me too. However, because of all the irrigation ditches in town in the summertime, the water table comes up because the water just floods out through the sides of the irrigation ditches, and trees grow really well because it goes, their roots go over and get it. But you can only build a basement within so many feet of an irrigation ditch because you get water intrusion. But my youngest son, when he comes up and he wants to build a smokehouse. But yeah, there is a lot of specialty gear, and for some people it's a dream because they got to wait on it till they can afford it. Yeah, hang on a second. This thing here is a little bumps off here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, an RV, a lot of people are looking at an RV as a specialty gear, specifically after all the fires and stuff going on where families are having to evacuate. And with an RV, if you're towing a toy trailer or some sort of cargo trailer behind it, you can get most of your personal belongings, toss them in everywhere inside the RV, fill up the whole thing and the trailer, and get out of Dodge. Copper distillery, yes, there are several purposes for that. Oh, yes, a big, beautiful greenhouse. My wife, I sent her that link on the guy in Nebraska that has that giant wallopini that had put all the pipe underground throughout the field. And in the wintertime, it brings in 65-degree temperature into it. In the summertime, it brings in 65-degree temperature air into it. So you don't overheat the plants in the summertime and you keep them from freezing in the wintertime. Yeah, she wants to put a wallopini either in the back, take out the willow trees, which are dropping branches every year during windstorms. Just go ahead and take them out and put it back there by the back fence, or go across the street and put in a big one over there. The only thing about having it across the street is, okay, we got to put a changing room on the front of the greenhouse, so in the wintertime we can get in our snow gear, walk over there, go inside, change out into our gardening gear, do the gardening, to change back to walk back home. Yeah. Diana, Dustin and Courtney Wide Family Farms did got one. They did a couple of videos on it 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, on the one they got. Yeah, they wanted copper too, but they went with stainless steel. The price is significantly lower for stainless steel. Other specialty gear, for some people, it's getting the pew pew they always wanted. Some people have the 22 and bolt action or semi-automatic 22 to take care of small varmints and stuff, but they haven't pulled. I don't want to see. Here's a pun. Pull the trigger on buying the bigger one, a 30 caliber or something like that they want to get. Yeah, Christmas wish list, or if you're on Amazon, it's your all your mini wish lists. I got a lot of wish lists of stuff on there that I'm tracking, just because when the time comes, I can say, hey, I've been looking at this. This is what the price was when I got it. When I put it in there, it's only going up. We're losing money by not getting it, because we're going to have to get it sooner or later. Oh, well. Okay, I'm looking over this picture here. For some people, it's their specialty dream gear for prepping is a good bug out bag or get home bag with all the stuff we've talked about for the last year. The compasses, the radios, the maps, the multi-tools, first aid kits, everything in there to get you from point A to point B being home. Howie's back. He had to empty the canner. Woohoo! For some people, it's getting the raised planter beds. Getting some of those nice metal, powder coated metal raised planter beds that are supposed to last 25 years or so. Getting one of those and getting that all set up. Others, it's like I said, you're getting a pressure canner or two, or in case of Mark, 3 or 4. Getting a freeze dryer, a vacuum chamber, anything food preservation stuff. For some of them, that's what they want, food preservation stuff for their dream specialty gear, and good quality jars for canning in. But there's things I wanted 6 years ago. Some of them have changed. Some of them I've gotten. Um, Others are like, okay, I found a workaround that I don't need that, and I can do it a different way. But I hate having to go down and rent one of these things once a year or twice a year, depending on what's going on. Granted, it's just not that expensive for me to rent it. It's just that it's a pain in the butt going down and scheduling it to meet my schedule and their availability. Yeah. And just to clear something up, technically, this is not a skid steer. This is a track loader. Skid to steer have wheels, and the wheels skid when it steers. And that's hence the term skid steer, because they had track loaders decades before the first skid steer was built, and it's just called a track loader. That's one of the tractors I grew up learning to operate back in the 70s, was a track loader. It was actually the track loader, the cat track loader I learned was a hair smaller than this one. But this one is so much versatile with the quick change buckets and stuff for all the attachments, with all the hydraulic hoses to do hydraulically powered apparatus on the front. The only thing this doesn't do good is that it doesn't have a 3-point hitch on the back or a set of rippers that hydraulically work on the back. Yeah, I hear you, Kaylin. Yeah, they buy a used fire truck for their mag. Yep, I've seen that too. Look, Howie's slipping out. Good night, Howie. Yeah, I've seen where they bought, or mags have got together with their facility, and they've bought they bought regular dozers, like a D5 dozer, and they got big farm track, big 140 horsepower farm tractors with all the attachments and stuff on it, quick change bucket and everything else. That can actually do about the same thing this thing can, except they can't turn on a dime. But I've seen where they'll buy a dozer instead of buying a fire truck. They'll get a 30 or 40 foot tank trailer, and like a used gas trailer, and they'll mount a 4-inch pump motor underneath of it, and then have it plumbed with, so one person can be at the front and one person can be at back on top with nozzles and stuff for firefighting. Yeah, one of those big 40-foot trailers. I mean, that's a lot of water, and it's going to take a dozer to pull it around. You don't want to have a diesel truck trying to pull it around in rough terrain. But yeah. So whatever your dream specialty gear is now, how much is it? How much is your list of dream specialty gear changed over the last 6 years? Like I said, mine, I've eliminated stuff off of it. Do you want better? All right, when it comes to armored cars, generally, they do not sell them. They scrap the undercarriage, and they'll buy a brand new truck, to mount the armored body onto. And they just do that. What's better is you go to a military place like I know Plan B Plan B supply in Provo, Utah. They've actually now, I think they've opened up one down in Phoenix now, and they buy military equipment and they modify it to make sure everything's street legal. And yeah, and then they sell it and they customize it. Actually, let me change this in the back. Let me show you. Change this here. This one, where is it? There it is. This is one that they've modified. They went and raised the roof here up, gave it more headroom. They added a crew cab onto it. It actually has 3 bench seats in it. And the bench seats in the back can fold down to make a big bed. But yeah, this is one of their modifications to a 5-ton, or the equivalent of a 5-ton truck. Yeah, an ambulance would be pretty good until the drug addicts go, oh, they got drugs in there. Let's go get it. Let's stop it and get all the drugs out of it. That truck, when they first came out with that design, how many years ago was it? Oh, geez. About 8 years ago. It was 95,000. Yeah, you think, oh, that's a lot, but that's a lot of truck too. But it doesn't include a driver. Nope, Kaylin, you're either going to have to learn to drive, or start a mag with somebody that can drive for you. One of their ones they showed it at one of the prepper shows. They had it in there, and they had a little cherry picker off the side that you could control, and it could reach down, and they had several attachments on the end. One where you could just put get it either if a wheelchair was in it, and lift up to the back door, and they shortened the bench in the back door so the person can put the wheelchair right inside. Or if you just need help climbing up there, you just get on like a little elevator, pick you up, open the door, step off in, and then return it back to its position. Yep, a little spray paint can change the outlet, the profile of a vehicle really quick. Yes, there's a lot of dream gear that people want to get. When I was younger, I had this big list of dream gear for all the different types of long barrels I wanted to have, and it's like, nah, all right, I have the saddle rifle, I have the bullpup, I have 4 of the 22s. Because I had kids and I have grandkids I'm going to be teaching, and that's a good one to use for good for that. And hey, someone tries breaking the house and 4 people open up on them with 22s. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I kind of the one shotgun I wanted to get. Yeah, no, it's I got a bullpup shotgun that works, and so I really don't need to have something for that is for where I'm at is such a low priority for me to use. I thought I might, back when I was younger, I think, oh, I'm going to get into hunting turkeys and geese and stuff. And it's like, no, I mean, turkeys, we can raise turkeys so easy around here. They're in the city of Basalt and Isle of Firth. There's people saying, hey, is this your turkey? There's turkeys out wandering around. Turns out they were wild turkeys. They're just looking for some place to eat. And if you feed them, they'll become pet turkeys. Ugh. Oh, that big truck has an automatic in it. Believe it or not, it has an automatic in it, because just because you join the military doesn't mean you know how to use an Allison 18-speed transmission. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I would love to have what it wouldn't even have to be a cast iron cook stove, but yeah, I know I want a wood burning cast iron cook stove as well. I would just like to have some stoves from back in the 50s and 60s, stoves and refrigerators. What was it? The 63 Frigidaire was an amazing thing. And it uses less energy than the modern day ones because it doesn't have the frost crap on it that kicks on, 4 times a day and draws an extra 400 or 600 watts of power. Yeah, that too. Yeah, the I've been watching it. I've been seeing on Facebook some of the reels of these restoration companies that are out there across the United States, highlighting some of the jobs they've done restoring things. And it's like, what was funny is the one they were showing the ad that was from TV, the black and white ad from back in '63 or so, or just it wasn't colored very good, but and then they showed they had 3 of them they had restored. It's like, oh, I don't want the money to get that, because the shelves slid out, so you didn't have to reach over stuff to grab what was in the back and knock something else over. You could slide the shelves out, and the door had the vegetable bin, instead of being on the bottom, inside was in the door, and it would fold down, and you could lift it out, take it over to the sink, and refill it, take stuff out of it, go and put it back in there. Oh, I'm trying to remember what it's called. Basically, it's a quilting sewing machine with a big friggin' long arm out there. She's talked several times about wanting to get one of those with a big, huge table that's like a 6 foot by 10 foot table, and so you could just move your big quilts around and sew everything and just do it right. That's something she has wanted to get. And I said, well, how much is it? She goes, don't you even think. Froze at the right time. She goes, don't you even think about buying it for me. It's like, okay. But I know she has her eyes out on something, and if she decides she wants to get it, she'll get it. But yeah, she would like to have an outdoor kitchen that can be enclosed. Basically, it's like a big screen room with the backside up against the house, metal roof going out, and screen doors and everything on it, so to do canning and food prep during the summer, and just cooking out there during the summertime, so the house isn't heating up. And then, so basically, it would be like a nice 6-burner Wolf stove with a 6-burner griddle on it with 2 ovens underneath of it, and that'd be outside. Christmas time, making a pie, we're cooking that outside. Doing the big turkey, we do that outside. Excellent. Kaylin, oh, sorry, Little Lone Prepper. If you, sorry, I was looking the next time I saw Kaylin's coming up next. Now. So Little Lone Prepper, if you can't find the kit to change out the nozzles on it, you can, and you'll have to do it several times, adjust it slowly. The jets on it, they generally have, you can put a wrench fitting on there and just give it a little tweak, and it crimps down the jet nozzles. And because propane nozzles are smaller, because propane burns hotter than natural gas, so you just crimp it down a little bit and let it go. That way, you're not having this, this flamethrower heat coming out on low setting. Well, we got the patio here on the side already. It just be we'd have to just finish and closing it. I got the stub out for natural gas out to where a outdoor kitchen would be in 2 different locations, so we can tie onto it. So yeah, I planned ahead when we got natural gas installed. I had the guys run the gas in certain areas so I can just, and we got natural gas outside. Yeah. My grandmother, when she was growing up, they had a summer kitchen on the ranch up in northern Idaho. Back in the well, she was born in 1899, so in the early 1900s there, and but it wasn't as nice as ones that we build today. So when she had the house there in Martinez, we kept asking, "You want us to build make an outside kitchen here? It's a perfect area to do it." She goes, "No, I just open up the 2 big windows on either side of the kitchen. We get a nice breeze coming through off the delta. Nice cool breeze, cools off the kitchen. It's fine." Let's see. I'm just trying to think what other specialty gear people might want. For those that don't have anything yet, they might want to look into like ham radio or something. Prices are coming down on some of the stuff, but the really good ones are still expensive. The Bowfangs are cheap. The good Yaesus, they're top dollar, or the Icons, they're top dollar. I don't plan. My sister and her husband, back when I was in high school, my senior year, actually junior and senior year, they'd bought a boat. They lived up in Sandy, Utah. They bought a boat for water ski, and they skied up there. And the one summer they came down and made arrangements, and we spent a week out on Lake Powell. So we had that boat. We had a pontoon houseboat, and we spent a week out on Lake Powell there, right there on the Utah-Arizona border. And so we had 2 boats out there, and their little ski boat, they've got, if we ran short on something, they quick trip back to the main, not harbor, but the where all the boat launch and everything else was. They had a supply store there and stuff, so you could pull in there. You could fill up the the boat and get food and stuff, and get food back. Yeah, pontoon boats are fun. Yeah, we've had all right. My wife has a nice um, propane cooking grill that she has, and she uses there in Martinez. But when she comes up here, it'll come up here. Yeah. I'm trying to think about. All right. So my son started to build one out of a 175-gallon well water tank, and then who did he get it from? So I picked it up. It might have been my in-laws had one in the back of their garage, and when my mother-in-law was cleaning it out, she gifted it to Matthew. Yeah. And then there's the smaller pontoon boats for two people that is pedal powered. Those as well. But at my age, no, I don't want to pedal it. I want to either have it has a couple of big electric batteries in there and a little electric solar motor, or it has a nice small gas motor on it. But yeah, most of my stuff and stuff is geared towards a sustainable property for food and stuff. That's where that comes in. Yeah, I won't be using it all the time, but when I do it, I get another area that's really turned into a food production area quickly. And then I can also, like I said, I can also use it as a side hustle to go out and do stuff for other people. Lake Achina in Arkansas. Yep. The Martinez Marina had until last year, and I think that they lost half the marina down there when it caught fire. But that thing was ancient. I mean, there hadn't been much other than patchwork done on it in the last 60, 70 years. So, but yeah, they had a section there for houseboats to tie up. But a lot of the houseboats went farther upriver towards Antioch, and there were a lot more houseboat friendly little marinas up there for people to go on to. And then because they didn't have they were in the county, they didn't have cities trying to dictate all the restrictions and stuff on them. Yeah, I do like my tri-fuel generator I got from Costco. Oh geez, 2019. I think I got it in 2019. It runs on gasoline, propane, or natural gas. And since I have a natural gas hookup going outside here, I may be getting a. Let me go ahead and get rid of that. See if I can bring this other thing up here for my wife. She's my mother-in-law is cleaning stuff up and getting rid of stuff. And this, it's kind of hard. So there's a little Rubbermaid shelter there that I could insulate and put the tri-fuel generator into. I'm going to be picking that up in a couple weeks, but all the terracotta pots and stuff. And I'm picking up this little garden tool shed and some other stone benches and stuff up either next weekend, not this coming weekend, next weekend or the weekend after that. My wife's trying to clear the place out and get, for her mom to get everything cleaned up because her mom's not doing stuff anymore. Yeah, some generators take diesel. Yeah. But I like the tri-fuel generators because it gives you an option of using different types of fuel for it. Boom. And, free stuff's always good, getting stuff. But see, for me, the patio is pretty much covered. And the only time I get water coming in on it is when the wind's blowing from the south and it starts raining. And so as the rain hits, you get the little splatters from the rain. It goes under the overhang because the house roof is at this angle. Shoulder. House roof is like this, and the other one's like this. Even though this overlaps the house, there's about 10 inches from the top from between the two there. And so, yeah, there's, stuff can come through. That's why I wanted to get that other one. I can put it in there. Anybody coming around, they don't see a generator. They don't realize it's hooked up to natural gas and it's ready to go. My Furman tri-fuel generator has a battery start on it, and the battery is disconnected, and I check the charge on it yearly and put the trickle charger on it as it loses stuff, back up to full. So, and I got a couple other batteries around that I use for jumping equipment and stuff. So, but yeah, I have a tough time just pulling the on the push mower and the walk behind string trimmer. I got to get myself just right so I can pull it without my shoulder giving me a bad time. Yeah, I was going to head down, make a quick trip this weekend. I was going to drive down on Friday with Danny and Oliver, and then we were going to drive back on Monday because they start school next Wednesday, not tomorrow, next Wednesday. And so I started looking, I wonder what the weather looks like. Yeah, the weather was something along the lines of, let's see, Friday, 80% chance of rain. Friday night, 40% chance of rain. Monday coming back, the rain's all gone, but the rain's supposed to hit Thursday. Got 70% chance rain on Thursday, 80% chance Thursday night, 80 Friday, 40 on Friday night, 30 on Saturday. Yeah. So, but by Sunday, mostly sunny, the high near 81. So I'm probably going to wait a week and make it a quicker trip and just drive down Friday. Take a sleeping bag with me. And I'll just sleep on the floor down at my mother-in-law's there. With my wife is staying there. She's in a twin bed. I'm not going to share a twin bed with her. I'm sorry. As much as I'd like to, neither one of us would sleep. And load everything up on Saturday, and Sunday morning, come on back. That way, I would get down there. I should get down there in time to do the Friday on the home stream live stream, and I should have the truck loaded and ready to go by the time for Saturday Survival Saturday live stream, and then I'll be back up here Sunday, so be ready to go on Monday with Tammy and Mark. 90s through August 20th. Actually, hang on a second. Where is it? Yeah, weather.com calls it a 10-day forecast. But it's actually showed 20 days on it. Let me show you that. So this is weather.com. Unfortunately, it's got a bunch of ads keep popping up on it. So high 93. So today was it got up to 93 today. 85 for Wednesday, 72 for 72, 77, 81, 86, 86, 84, 83, 84, 87, 88, 89, 88, 88 through the 25th. But we have a couple of low ones because this is the thunderstorms and rain coming through Thursday and Friday. That's why the temperature drops, because we got a high probability of rain. Otherwise, it would be 80s and 90s all the way through. Yeah. And of course, the only silver lining I can find for the fires in southwest of us, and down into Nevada and over into California is the smoke when it gets here. It's not a low smoke, so we don't smell it. It's a high, like cloud. It's smoke, but it's like clouds, and so it keeps it a little bit cooler here right now. Yeah, you're getting rain on. You're getting the rain we're getting on Thursday. You're getting on Friday, so you should have something on Saturday too. Get rid of that. Yeah. Oh, the other reason why I want something like this, even if I get a regular Coyote farm tractor, the 140 horsepower one, it's got an enclosed cab on it. This has an enclosed cab on it. The one I have right now, have you seen the video? You should have seen the videos of me working on it. There ain't no cab on it. In the wintertime, I'm wearing like 6 layers of parkas and stuff to keep from freezing out there in the snow, clearing the snow off the street. Yeah. It's just, this thing here will, if it's raining out there, I can still go move stuff around in the rain and get stuff done. But right now, temperature gets to a certain low point in the wintertime. The only time I start that tractor up is I park it in the shop. I put the heat lamp underneath the engine the night before, start it up in the morning, and go out there and push snow. That's it. I'm not rotor tilling. I'm not doing anything else but pushing snow in the wintertime. I guarantee you, this thing with a closed cab and a heater on it makes pushing snow so much more enjoyable. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, crap. I can't find it right now. There was listed, someone posted on Costco, one of the stores took a picture of it. The 25 quart All-American canner was $199 or $179. It was like, holy crap, I haven't seen it that low since 2019. So, but yeah, whatever they have in the store on the All-American canners, you can order it online, and I believe they're doing it free shipping on Costco.com. So this may be your chance to get some dream equipment cheap. Keep talking about snow. It's so hot out here. Oh yes, it is so hot. Oh, I posted it on was it on this one? Anyway, I posted it on Facebook. It's so hot here. I saw a dog chasing a cat. They were both walking. Dog's barking at the cat. He's walking along. Roof, roof. Oh, yeah. But unfortunately, when it happens, it's going to go from hot to, oh, well, this is nice for a week or two. Damn it, it's snowing. Uh, yeah, feel free to repost that on your Facebook accounts and stuff about, it's so hot here. I saw a dog chasing a cat. They were both walking. Yeah, a friend of mine shared a what's this? I think it was an early '70s newspaper thing, cartoon thing, that had that on it. So I just typed it up. Yeah, it was from the '70s when it was really hot in the '70s. Here it's just just I just sorry, I just can't. I'm losing the pronunciation of it. Cicadas. There we go. Cicadas. Yeah. Yeah, things are going to go both ways, and all of a sudden this winter it's going to be a colder winter. Last one we had a really mild winter here. Um, nothing. There was maybe one or two times it got below zero and just down to -1 or -2, but most of the time it was in the teens. Not even down to single digits, and very little snow and stuff here this last year. Next year, I'm thinking we're going to get, friggin' snow up the wazoo. Super El Nino? Not sure. Well, they were talking about the El Nino in the Pacific versus La Nina in the Atlantic, kind of meeting there across the narrows of Mexico and up towards Texas. And it's like, yeah, this is going to be like sibling fighting going on. But yeah. All right, folks. Coming up here, Thursday is the Midnight Ride. Kaylin's been, like I said, Kaylin's been sending some absolutely hilarious news articles. Makes me you just want to shake your head, and others you just read it. It's like, and one of them it starts off sounding bad, and then when I read the whole article, you're like, oh my god, that's so hilarious. So if you guys have any news articles of that going on in your area of political interest and stuff that we can poke fun at and shake our heads at, go ahead and send them to me in an email at Kent Patton Family Compound for Thursday night. So Thursday night's the Midnight Ride. It is City Council meeting tonight on Thursday. So I got it scheduled to start at 8:30 my time instead of 8 o'clock. But if it's, because they were supposed to have some public comment sections on budget stuff coming up. And I'm not sure if everyone's going to show up, to the meeting or not. If nobody shows up, I could be back home by 7:30 my time and be up on the live stream for the Midnight Ride earlier than normal. But we'll be moving it to 9 o'clock Eastern time, except on City Council nights. So that would be 10:30 on City Council nights, unless they get out early and then they can come in here and get stuff going, because City Council meeting starts at 9 o'clock Eastern time. All right, coming up here, Friday is a little bit about, kind of fits in tonight a little bit. Investing in your homestead, where to start. That's on Friday. Saturday is after a planetoid or very large asteroid is spotted heading towards Earth, not hitting Earth, just it's coming this way, it's coming this way. Yeah. What are your plans? Monday night here on Camp Patton is steam canning, and Tammy's going to dig out her steam canner and show you how it works, or at least give a dry mock demonstration. Next Tuesday is no powder, not power, powder, as in pew pew powder. Air, tension, compression, kinetic. So other things than other things than to make the pew pew noise. We'll talk about that next Tuesday. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing. And if you got a if you got a garden, think about planting your fall garden. Hopefully it doesn't just suddenly turn real cold this fall. All right, everyone. Hopefully I'll see you Thursday night for the midnight ride. Good night.